Welcome back, guys, to Factorio. This is episode number 8. And today, what we're going to do, we're going to fill up all this space that we gained last time. Last time, we killed a bunch of biters, we expanded our wall, and we used up the last of the turrets that I had left over from the original sort of temporary setup. Now we're building the base for real, and so I'm building things in a more efficient manner, and I'm thinking more towards the future, trying to get everything to line up in a streamlined, organized manner. And I put these guys down at the end of last episode. They are already full of crude oil. I've got 9. Each one of these tanks holds 2,500 units of crude oil, and I've got 9 of them. 3 rows of 3. Each row is 7,500. That's 15,000, 22,500 crude oil. And we are going to be turning those into petroleum, light oil, and heavy oil, like we did before. But the setup's going to be a little bit better laid out. So I've got some tanks here, and let me go ahead and fill these guys out. I'm just going to go with 9. Okay, that was placed wrong. Going to go with 9 for each of the 3 main types, and then I'll probably do 9 for the subtypes as well. Now these, if my base is operating properly and processing materials, none of these should ever really get full. But if I have an imbalance somewhere, if I'm using more petroleum gas than heavy gas, for instance, or heavy oil, then it'll take longer for the heavy oil tank to fill up and for me to have to do something about it. So it adds a little bit of flexibility for me. Let's see, are these all rotated properly? They look that way. Okay, so down here is going to be the heavy gas. Okay, and now we need to set the refineries up to start sending oil, the 3 different byproducts of the crude oil. Oh, I also need to link up the refineries to receive the crude oil first. Maybe that'd help. Okay, so I did this much. This guy is sending crude to here. It's very important when you're manipulating multiple fuel types, multiple liquid types, and gas types with these tanks and pipes, that they do not overlap or connect each other. So you need to give yourself a little space and just maybe think about things ahead of time. So now they're now all hooked up to the oil. Now eventually, we're going to get a different recipe. There is research that we're going to be able to do called advanced oil processing. We are going to get some new recipes. The one for our fuel refinery is going to be advanced oil processing. We're going to get 5.5 petroleum gas, which is more than we're getting now, and we're going to get less crude oil. So this recipe is more geared towards the end game, where you use more petroleum gas. The only thing we're really going to use our heavy gas, or our heavy oil, sorry. The only thing we're really going to use our heavy oil for is lubricant, which is useful for the super fast transport belts. That's important. The light oil, really only thing we're going to use that for is solid fuel, I guess. But we're going to get these recipes to crack heavy oil to light oil and light oil to petroleum. So even though we can't do that yet, because I haven't researched it, I haven't automated the blue science packs yet. I've left these guys here, where we're going to crack the heavy oil, which will be stored here. It will be cracked here and sent to the light oil, which will be here. The light oil will be sent to these guys, which will crack the light oil to petroleum gas. And I just made sure that I had enough space for that to happen, because you need not only the object or the liquid type you're cracking. So light oil is coming out of these tanks and being sent to these 3 guys like that. You need not only that, you need to send water. You need water and light oil. So I made sure I had enough space. You need to be really careful when dealing with these things, that the pipes don't go to the wrong place, because they will fill up. And sometimes if you get backflow, I had this issue one time where one of my tanks got filled with the wrong fuel type, and it screwed everything up really bad. Okay, so let's set up that so that while we're working on the rest of the base up here, these guys can be filling up. And we can't make more petroleum gas until these pipes are connected to the other tanks. Okay, so let's start here. And I will just do it like this, I guess. And we'll come out maybe to here. Let's see if this works. Now I need to connect that with this guy. Oops, wrong way. Okay, so these two are connected. Good. Okay, now I need to bring that down. Whoa, wrong. That's okay. My hand is slightly to the right. There we go. Okay, so that's hooked up. And this guy can just be like that. Good. Okay, those should all be hooked up, and then I need to connect them to this. Okay, so here's an issue. This is parallel with this guy, and I don't want those interfering. So I may even just do this and bring it down to this guy just to make sure I don't make a mistake there. And I could just use normal pipes, but I like to leave myself room to run here. There we go. Okay, so those guys will start filling up, but there's no room in the pipes because the heavy oil doesn't have anywhere to go. So let me do it like this. And yeah, okay, it looks like I gave myself enough room to do this without them overlapping, and I still have enough room to walk. Excellent. Okay, let's replace that with you. Okay. And then bring you down here. Oh, that's perfect. Bam! Alright, those should all start filling up. When we need them in the future, I will move them to the left. So the heavy oil, whenever I need it, like to make the lubricant, I will move it to the left, and the lubricant will have a similar set of tanks here. And then if I want to crack it, it's going to go up through here to the light oil. Light oil, maybe I'll make it into solid fuel, maybe I won't. I don't know. But if I do, I'll move that over here, and then the cracking will move up to the petroleum gas. Petroleum gas will move left. We'll make sulfur, and then we'll have a sulfuric acid tank. So 5 tanks total. These guys aren't powered, but they don't need to be. Why are you not filling up? You are. It's just kind of slow. Okay, let's check to make sure these guys are all happy and content. I will check back on them from time to time to make sure I didn't screw up with something in the pipes, which I'm known to do. Okay, what did we do here? Aha! Yep, I did. I already screwed up. Okay. Now they're filling up faster because one of these guys wasn't doing anything. Okay, so now we're a little bit faster. So I've laid out some more of these guys. We're gonna automate more things and try to catch up to the progress we'd made earlier, but this time with a more of an eye towards the future and the grand master plan. First thing I want to start automating are the inserters. Now, some of the things I talked about this before. Let me go ahead and set these guys up to make inserters and make sure I set this up correctly. Yes, looks like it. Excellent. Okay. Some of these items are going to become obsolete and we'll never need them again. And in that instance, I want to replace their belts with what they get replaced by. So we've already replaced transport belts. We've got an upgrade available, the fast transport belts. But I'm not making them yet because I want to make sure I'm producing everything that requires transport belts before I start making fast transport belts, because my section of belts, like this guy right here, this is where the transport belts are. I'm going to replace this horizontal row of transport belts with fast transport belts after we're done with these things. So the things we need them for, the one I can think of, green science packs take transport belts. The splitter takes transport belts, but we're already making that. None of these take transport belts. I looked through this stuff and I sort of thought about the overall layout that I'm going to need to make this streamlined. Okay, so we're making these guys. Now these guys are going to become obsolete as well. Once I'm automating the fast inserters, I don't really use these anymore, and so I'm going to replace them with the smart inserters. So the things we need to make with inserters before we can automate smart inserters, because smart inserters are going to replace this belt to the left down here. This will be smart inserters, and we won't need these anymore. We need to make sure we're automating everything else that takes those. So that's fast inserters, long inserters, and green potions. And hopefully I don't forget about something. Realize I need it way down the road. And let's see, what are we... Well, let's make sure everything's working properly, and then I'll worry about production later. Why am I only producing... Okay, I need to replace this line with the faster belts. We're already having throughputs. Now, anytime I add things to this system, it's going to put a major burden on my basic resources until these belts get full, and then things will back up again, and we'll be okay. Because I'm only going to come to get things from them when I need them, so most of the time they'll just be sitting here full. Let's go ahead. Let's see. This guy has the inserters, the gears, and the plates. I think that's the one I set up for the next guy, long-handed inserters. And let's make sure I just set up all these belts. We'll play Connect the Dots and continue on all of the different tracks as we finish things up. Okay, so now we're automating those. Next one we need to automate is the fast inserters here, right here, which take inserters, 2 iron plates, and 2 electronic circuits. So they get crafted in half a second. So I put the inserters, they only need 1 of those, on the opposite belt that's 2 blocks away. So this long inserter is going to grab 1 of those. And it's not as fast as the fast inserter. So I put 2 of those here to grab 2 each of iron plates and electronic circuits to try to balance out the speed of getting the stuff they need. You can see the fast inserters are moving about twice as fast. So the overall speed there, they're adding things. Mostly works out. Okay, yeah, these guys and these guys. Now these guys are also expandable. If I need to add more of these down the road, I will, but really I don't think I will. Oh, you know what I didn't add? Yeah, there's one thing I definitely didn't add, and that's the little balancer to put things on both sides. There. Now they're running on both sides. And anytime I need more, I can just come by and pick them up. And I don't really need to carry these around anymore. So what I need to do, I need a way to drop them off whenever I pick things up that I don't really need. So I'm going to add this to the end. And I put it at the behind the production. Let's see, let's do this. Where's my chests? There they are. And let's power you. Okay, so anytime I have a lot of them, I'll put them behind the production so they can fill up production. Oh, this is... I already have the balancer there. I actually don't need this balancer. Let me just do it like that. There we go. Okay, let's add a light. Let's make it brighter. Turn on light. Oh, they all turned it off. Anyway, so this will keep the belt full to keep these from taking resources if they're not needed. All right, so that takes care of the stuff I laid out down here. Next thing, we need to start. We need to set up our research once again. So I've laid out some things there. I also added steel. So the iron, this probably looks really confusing, these belts, because I'm using a lot of underground belts and a lot of splitters to route everything. So the iron is coming here, and it's really stressed out right now because the belt is slow, and I just added a bunch of new things. Once they get caught up, it'll be a little better. And once I start replacing the belts with faster things, and we get more production and whatnot. Anyway, okay, so the iron is going underground there and getting split, then going underground again and getting split, but it's continuing on here, going underground, and it comes out here and it just keeps going. But I needed to separate it, so it looks really weird here that we go from copper to iron to copper. Yeah, it just sort of alternates. That's because the copper's going underground while the iron is getting split from here to go up there. If that makes sense, and everything's being routed around each other. If you play around with the game for a while, this kind of stuff, it just kind of starts to make sense. Visually, I'm sure it's very confusing, at first at least. I split my green electronic circuits several times. Anyway, okay, let's restart our research. So we need to make the science packs. I've got the copper plates and the iron gear wheels here. And they are going to merge to form Science Pack 1s. And those take... Yeah, let me go ahead and set these guys up. Okay, so those take 5 seconds to make. So these guys are good with just the one fast inserter per assembly machine. They take 5 seconds to make. So just a way to try to balance my research. I try to make sure that I'm making 1 per second. So that means 5 assembly machines like this. I want to be making red potions and blue potions and green potions in equal numbers if I can. So that's just an easy way for me to try to match my output. 5 of these, 5 seconds per, so I will use 5 assembly machines, produce 1 per second. The greens, the Science Pack 2s, they take 6 seconds, so I just use 6 assembly machines so that I'm producing, again, 1 per second, and it hopefully balances out. I've routed the 2 things we need for those, which are the inserters and the belts here. And they are going to be placed on the other side of that belt. And these guys should be enough to keep these guys manned full time once they get up and running. They're still filling. Now the reds are up and going. These guys should be up and going. And we can resume. Let's see, rail signals is what I was researching. It only takes red and green. Now we should be resuming that finally after a lengthy hiatus. And this red and green stuff will get backed up as well. And you could, I guess, you could have faster research than this. But I tend to not, because I can't even keep up with the research. I'm building stuff and I've researched stuff I haven't even gotten around to building yet. So it kind of seems like a waste to me. Anywhere from 5 to 10 is usually enough. And I've got long hand inserters and normal fast inserters on each of these science labs. That's because we're going to be sending the 3rd and 4th packs, the Science Pack 3s, the blue ones, and later on, let me see if we find the research for it. I don't know what it looks like off the top of my head, but we will eventually start researching something which will give us the 4th science pack, which is made with the alien goop. And I don't remember what it looks like. So I would base alien technology. Here we go. Okay, alien technology takes 300 of red and green. We could do that right now. And then you get 10 per alien artifact. But it takes 12 seconds. And I've got a lot of alien artifacts stored up. Let's go count. Let's go see how many I have. And then I guess we'll move the belts over, connect everything up, and think about where to go next with our design, what to automate next. Here we go. Yeah, I've got 700, which is going to be, if we believe this. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Where was that little spaceshipy thing? Alien technology. Okay, 1 alien artifact, 12 seconds, is going to give us 10 alien science packs. So I actually only need like 1.2 assembly machines, or just 2, to keep up producing these at the same rate that I'll be producing everything else. That's actually pretty easy. Killing the aliens is the tougher bit. So 10 alien science packs per 1 alien artifact. That means I have 7,000 purple potions right there. We'll also need those things to make some stuff, but we're a little ways away from doing that. All right, let's connect up these belts. I think, yes, I made everything right. Nothing seems to be conflicting, or maybe we may even run into some problems, actually, so let's not jump to conclusions. Okay, and when I can, let's just use the full distance and leave some open space here. If they're not getting used for anything else. Oh, that's pointed the wrong way. Okay, those are all moving through, and now these guys are going to have to make more because We just extended the conveyor belts. Anytime we can extend the conveyor belts, our whole system is going to basically grind to a halt as it struggles to come up with enough iron and copper and whatever other base material there is to form all of these finished goods. But in the long run, it should be okay. Okay, this next one's going to have to be... I hope I line this up right. Let's cross our fingers. Some of this stuff, I was lining this up and laying it out, trying to figure out how it would look. I had to move things around quite a bit to make sure there was enough room for underground belts, because they only go 4 blocks. Okay, so that's all of these. Oops, okay. Not quite. Okay, let me pick those guys up. So right there, I'm manipulating belts, and I picked up more, wherever they went. Inserters. So now when I pick up extra stuff like that, I just come and I go bloop, and dump it in there, and it gets added to the end of the production line, which shuts down this guy so that he's not needed to take up the more base materials. All right, let's do that. Just run that through. Okay, and let's see. This guy's probably... Yep, that's the max length. Go ahead and do him similar. Leave some room in here for some power poles and some light and things like that. Iron is moving along. Let's give ourselves some more space. Try to make things kind of... I don't know, just aesthetically. I like to have the underground belts be as parallel as possible when I can. Look at that. Okay, look at all those things we're making in parallel. I love that effect. This guy is not connected up. Let's run back here. What is this guy? This is the copper wire. And I may have to go pick up more of these underground belts, but that's okay because I'm automating this system. Oh, yes, that barely fits. Stuff like this is why I set up some of this stuff off camera, and we just sort of, I go over what we're doing, and I try to think about what exactly am I doing before I start these videos. Otherwise, it would be a lot of me standing around scratching my head as I try different things. Okay, this guy now, Steel. Steel is new. He's a new member of our club today. He gets routed all the way through here. Hey, there's that research done. Rail signals. When our iron and our coal and our copper and our oil run out, we're going to need to use rail lines to basically have remote mining operations and bring them in. So the rail signals will be important to have multiple trains running on the track. All right, what do we want to do now? Nothing with blue yet. Getting cars would be nice. We can drive around. That's fun, and it's kind of an intermediary step before we go into full train production. Let's go and do that. Okay, cars. So I think all of this is updated. Did I leave anything out? The potions are going up here. And they're backing up. Good. So how many things are we making in parallel now? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So one of the things I would like to do, I think we're ready. Next time we will upgrade to the fast underground transport belts and splitters. And we won't upgrade everything, but the things that need it, we will be able to. And they will replace the transport belts, the normal transport belt, and the normal underground belt, and the normal splitter belt. These things will be replaced with these guys. I think we're done with them. I will double check and look over everything. Just make sure we don't need it for anything else. Let's go run around the walls. Oh, see how quick that is going now? Let's go run around the walls and check. This is probably good. Lab efficiency. So this gets us laboratory speed bonus 30%. We get an extra 10% lab speed each time we do that. Probably a good idea to do that early as you can for the long run. Let's do a check around. Now, we're still not producing. Yeah, this guy, how are you taking damage? These guys are lining up there? Huh. I don't want them doing that. I want them running around the corner and hitting this full wall. I extended this guy over here for that reason, but I think it's not having the intended effect. And let me just make sure these guys, I'm not picking up damaged guys. Yeah, okay, let's... What happens now? I need to kill those guys anyway, which I'm about to go do. I think that would be a fun thing to do right now. How many turrets do I have? Only 39. Is that enough to... Oh my gosh, look at all these guys coming. Let's observe their behaviors. These guys are spitting still at these guys. So they see a target here. If their targets were only here, they might come over here and get hit by more things. Maybe I should pick these up all together. And did I pick up... I did pick up the damaged ones. All right, let me put these down and repair them. Good. So I got 44 of these. I'm wondering, is that enough? Yeah, let's wait till we have more. Let's just do another spot check. Maybe we can get them to attack, and I can check to see if our system is operational. Do I have... Yes, I need to put some of these gates in anyway. So let me do that. Let me bait them a little bit. Hey, guys! Here we go. I want to see... Well, they may be coming for me now. I want to see how far they can shoot from. Ouch! Ouch, guys! Yeah, they just shot at me. So that wasn't really a very effective test. Never mind. So in between this episode and next episode, we're still not producing batteries. But we're producing petroleum gas. And I'm going to have a regular supply of it. So I'll probably set up another tiny little setup where I will manually feed it iron and copper to get it to make some more turrets for us, because we're going to need to expand again pretty soon. Right here, we'll be able to make another set of items here to expand our base, but that'll be about it. Very soon we'll have the car, which is awesome. Actually, I started that. Let me take a look. What do we need to make the car? Did I just research that? Where is it? Lab efficiency 2. Oh, you know what? I did automobilism, but we still have to research. No, it says we can make it. Oh, no. Okay, all right. So this is what happened. This is what happened. I got confused for a second. We just researched, if I can find it, the engines. We researched engine. We have yet to research car. So we can't make it yet. But that's what it takes. Engine units, steel and iron plates. I need to automate the engines sooner or later. They take pipes, which I need to automate. They take steel, which I'm already making, and iron gear wheels, which I need to make. So I need to make the pipes first. We'll make that soon, and we can drive around down our highway. This guy needs to move. He's not intended to be there. Let's go check our northern wall and see how it's doing. I like to pop up there every once in a while just to make sure it's not being overrun. I don't really think it's going to be, but you never know. I need to start automating the stone walls again and start making ammo. This is all the ammo I have. It's kind of a lot. Oh, gosh, I forgot about you. Our friend Seymour is still up there. The big worm. Totally forgot. I don't think I've been attacked on this left wall or this north wall. I think only this little right bottleneck section. And yeah, it looks like we've got some turrets to repair. Oh, a lot of them. No. That's just... I'm seeing this little red pixel here. No. Okay, so just a few of them. All better? Oh, we lost one. Yeah, so I need to come up here periodically. Here they come again. So these guys are running in. I'm guessing from the way they pathed all the way from here. And once we Well, once we become a little bit more powerful, I'll start killing aliens a little bit more aggressively. We have killed a lot of them, though. But very soon, well, I say this very soon, but eventually, I'll say eventually. Eventually is better. It's more accurate. Eventually, we're going to be doing crazy stuff. Let me look at this. Oh, yeah, I haven't checked this. He's full. Okay. How much? That basically cut that in half. All right. So let's give them... Yeah, look at that. He was full, and he's getting emptied out. Go get him, inserter. Okay. So when these are empty, I'll switch over to that guy, and then we're going to have a lot of this. I'll probably just use that as backup fuel for my steam engines. For when the inevitable day comes when our coal runs out. Looks like this guy's done. Expected resources, nothing. And we are not producing enough iron. This belt isn't full. So that's the first thing I need to do, is get some more of that going. It is full right here. This patch here is almost gone, which is good. This patch needs to be cleared out before we make the big train station back here. That's going to supply us with stuff in the long term once these local resources dry up. You're done. We've got these four. What about up here? What was up there? There was another tiny... I guess this guy's stone. I had another small one. Maybe he already ran out and I already got rid of him. Here's a belt not doing anything. Maybe it must have been right here. I think it was right there. Oh, lab efficiency 2. How about lab efficiency 3? That takes the blues. What about laser turrets? Those take blues. Shotgun damage. The combat shotgun is good till the end. You know what? Let's get the car, though. Let's get the car. Oh, what was that? Oh, it's coming from this guy. I was like, whoa, these guys were hiding underground the whole time. And I still have this patch. Let's see. This is... Oh, yeah. Let me set up this patch. I want to get rid of this patch as well. That's not going to work. I need something there. I need something that I don't have it designated as a specific item for that slot. Okay. That should take care of that. That's another 450 iron. Just that one little thing. Sounds like a lot. It's really not. What happened there? Did you see that? The power just shut off. I think that's... Whoa. Okay, my electric furnaces just jumped up. And looks like the turrets, when the turrets have to fight something, they spike. So it probably also wouldn't hurt to add some more capacity to these guys. Oh, here's something to watch out for. If your coal production isn't up to snuff, and your furnaces run out of coal, your whole system can shut down. So if you start running low on coal in your furnaces, your steam engines stop providing as much power, which means your coal mines stop producing as much coal, which means it's recursive. You get less and less power as you get less coal to your system. And it's only coming down one side. Oh, I see. We finished off these. All right. Okay, I may need those, I may need the solid fuel sooner than I thought. So I'm going to expand to manipulate this entire coal patch and expand our iron drills. And next time, we'll continue what we're doing. We're going to hopefully build a car, but we have more things to automate. Hope you guys enjoying the videos. Leave any questions you have or any feedback, anything. Or it's something you thought was cool. Whatever you want to write it down. And we'll see you next time for more Factorio.